Good morning. I am working on some things that I thought I'd share with you today. I did have a question from someone that I wanted to address. I thought other people probably have it as well. And that is, why in my videos am I not wearing gloves on my hands? And the reason for that is that whenever I'm making something that's just for me, for my use, my family, things that I don't intend to sell, I don't always wear gloves. I wash my hands really well, but it's just easier for me to work with my hands. And so when I am doing a commercial production, then I've got gloves on, and I'm much more, I keep that much more in control. So yesterday I planned to make marshmallows and it didn't work out. So we're gonna start over today. I'll do it a little bit more involved and share the process with you. So what you may or may not know is that marshmallow is actually a plant, and the marshmallow roots in particular have a great amount of herbal medicinal value. When you go to the store and buy marshmallow these days, they're mostly made with sugar, corn syrup, things like that. Making marshmallows is a fairly straightforward process, very few ingredients. Again, this is my first time doing it, so if I mess it up, that's why, but that's okay. That's how we learn. Marshmallow root, when infused in water, releases a mucilage. Think of like a snail trail. That's mucilage. It's kind of a slimy substance, but it's really good for doing things like coating the stomach lining. And marshmallow is a very, very strong tool in fixing your gut biome, which is just kind of the blend of bacterias and yeasts and all sorts of things that are in your gut. And different things we eat can affect that. Marshmallow root, having that slippery thing, is really good for coating the lining of the stomach. And so it's really good for helping with things like ulcers, or diseases of the stomach, as well as just being really useful in creating a healthy environment for your belly. Those of us with fibromyalgia have issues with our guts. There's a connection there that isn't fully understood, but I've been doing things to improve my gut biome. I'm eating lots of Greek yogurt, and yeah, so today we're going to try to make marshmallows. So what I did was, I have been infusing overnight, can't tip it too much, an infusion of marshmallow root and cold water. And we just left it there overnight. So now we're just going to drain the liquid off of the herb. So we're just going to pour this infusion through a strainer. We're gonna let it sit and drain for a minute. I'm gonna kind of try to press some of the liquid through. Looks like I've got quite a bit today. When I tried to make these yesterday, I did not have enough marshmallow root infusion, and I was close enough I was gonna fake it, and then I burned part of it when I was cooking and had to start over. So here we are. So now we've got the marshmallow root off of this water, which has kind of got a brownish tint to it, and that's what we're working with. I have got 3 tablespoons of instant unflavored gelatin powder, to which I will add 1 cup of our marshmallow root infusion. And then we are just going to mix that all up. You want to get that gelatin powder, all the clumps broken up, and just kind of get it really well incorporated. All these little white spots that are kind of blobs of the powder. I'm trying to get that side. So now we're going to do a little process which is called blooming the gelatin. And that just means we're going to just kind of let it sit and develop. And what we will end up with will be a very solid gel-like bit. So we're just going to set that aside for now. So the next part we're going to do is we're going to take a half a cup of the infusion. And I just realized that the recipe for this did have specific measurements for this marshmallow infusion, and I didn't follow it the second time. I didn't prepare enough, so I just put a bunch in there. So we'll have to see how it goes. So we've got a half a cup of marshmallow root infusion there, and now we're going to add a cup of honey. I always use raw honey. I try to get it local if possible because pollen that is used by pollinators in your area does make a difference. For example, I might not get the benefits from the honey in California as well as I do from honey from Colorado, because Colorado honey deals with the particular types of pollen and flowers that are here. So if you want the best for your gut for nutritional reasons, it is best to try to get your honey close to where you live. And usually it'll tell you on the honey bottle where it's from. This is packaged by Carmichael's Honey in Louisiana. So this isn't from my area, but it's okay. If I were making a honey infusion and that was it, I probably would care a little bit more. So we're just gonna go ahead and get this going. So I have prepared a 9 by 13 pan. I have lightly coated the bottom with coconut oil, which helps the parchment stick to it. And then I've greased the parchment with it. We will put that aside for just a moment. Bring our infusion over. As I learned yesterday, and as the directions say, it's very important to stir constantly and to not leave it. You can see these marks are from where the everything boiled over, and the directions warned me that that would happen, so the fact that it boiled over and I wasn't paying attention, entirely my fault. So I'm just going to whisk it together here. One thing I just wanted to point out, you can see it's getting a lot runnier, so pretty soon, I'm just doing this on medium, but as it heats, it'll get to a bit of boiling, and it will get bigger and bigger. While we're still waiting for that to get up, I want to show you what our bloom looks like. This is the gelatin mixed in with the marshmallow infusion. You can see it's just kind of stuck there. So we're getting this heated up, and then we're going to need a thermometer. The candy thermometer would be ideal because it can sit there the whole time, but this is what I've got. So you're going to want to get the temperature of this to between 225 and 245. So once it starts boiling, I'll be putting the thermometer in. I'll be taking care to not have the tip touch the bottom of the pan. It's not an accurate reading if it does it that way. It's just a shallow amount, so I'll just be sticking it in, you know, just the tiniest bit, maybe even at an angle, and trying to avoid touching the bottom. Since there isn't a ton of liquid in this, the temperature difference will be, you know, closer in to the what it is at the bottom of the pan, but we just don't want it to burn. I have been here for about 20 minutes. It's taken forever. We're getting there, but we're only at about 220 now. I just wanted to show you what we're looking like. Okay, we're there. We are at 235. So we're going to take this off the heat now and move to the next step. This part would best be done with a stand mixer, but I don't have one. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, so I'm going to give this spatula a quick little spray with some coconut oil so it doesn't stick to it as much. And now we are going to get this into the pan. I hope I mixed it long enough. I should have paid attention at the time, I guess, but I didn't. Very, very sticky. Very sticky. I am making a mess as usual. Alright, so now it's going to work at its spread pretty well itself, so I'm hoping that's not a bad sign. Not sure what these lumps are, but we're just going to smooth it all the way out. Now we just need to wait. So we've got our pan here, marshmallowy goodness, and it says we're going to set it aside for 4 to 5 hours or overnight. So I'm going to just kind of let it sit there for a little bit and probably check back with them tomorrow. They're not dry completely, so I'm not going to cut them, but I wanted to show you how we're developing. They're definitely looking marshmallowy. And yeah, these are made with honey, so there's no refined sugar in it. And they are made with real marshmallow root, which is gut healthy. So these marshmallows are a perfect example of how food can be medicine.